get this Facebook Live thing working here somewhat, and it's not wanting to kick in. Maybe I'll have to kind of redo it. Let's see here. I'll shut this out, and let's see here.
That one girl, she plays a gnome?
Halfling.
Halfling?
Yep.
Yeah, I was wanting to meet them.
Well, I was hoping they'd be back, but I'm sure I'm sure they will be at some point. But it would have been nice to tag them on up and into that. So okay, let's see here. Guess
yeah, my character and hers probably got along.
Well, could possibly.
Their attitudes are a lot alike.
Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. All right.
The other guy's a paladin.
Yep.
Me and him are different.
What?
Me and him are different.
Well, yeah. Let's see here. We'll get this going here on that. G. Right there.
Shut up, cat. She's in the window hollering.
Alright, do that quick. And right there, and boom, right there. Now, alright.
I saw the other guy wanting to be a DM.
Oh yeah, he's been in the guild off and on for a while, and I'll talk to him about it on that and such. Okay, and
I have trouble keeping my facts straight.
Well, so do I. I'm an old man, and
Yeah,
that's what I account it to for me. But let's see here.
I have notebooks all over the place.
Well, mine are mostly on my laptop. One laptop I use as my resource database, and that does that. So let's jump in here and get going. It's Kuga is the
Togo.
Togo. Okay, looking at what you got typed down there for a name with the COUAGA. But Togo, he got thrown out of the tavern for acting crazy and wild after he got into some of the lioness ale, and which is kind of like a milk and base rum mixed together.
Oh, okay.
And got kind of inebriated and carrying on with wild facts, and they threw big old bugbear threw you on out. You went running through town screaming, hollering it, and went out into the woods. And our other adventurers tried to track you down, but you kept far enough ahead of them with your movement speed and such, and then finally you fell asleep in a tree just on the edge of the mountains in the forest by the old ruins and such. And so it's been about, you've been sleeping for about 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. And sleeping it off. You don't have much of a hangover, but you got a touch of one. And right off the bat, give me the one thing you'll know is you tied yourself with a rope to tree. You're up about 40 feet, and you didn't want to fall. You knew you were a little unsteady. But give me a perception roll, because it'll tell if you notice a certain thing coming at a distance.
Let's see. 3.
A 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're not noticing. You're not noticing much as far as that. It's still probably because of the hangover, and it's actually kind of late in the morning. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and through the canopy of the trees, the lights coming down, breaking through the leaves and hitting upon you, and eventually the light and the wind, the air, not that it's all that strong, woke you on up. And you're sitting there on a limb, tied to the tree. What's Togo doing?
Looking around, trying to take my surroundings, and I was on my way somewhere, wasn't I?
Well, when you ran out of the when you're running out of the town, drunk and crazy, you were headed on kind of back towards the ruins, but you missed the ruins basically. Your senses weren't up to the par. You were trying to make people believe you weren't crazy and nuts, but yet the more you hollered and carried on, the more they thought that you were. But they smelt that sour milk smell about you that was hanging there. And as you wake up, you'll notice that smell hanging off your whiskers and lips.
Ooh. So I remember there's no way I could move at home. I'd have had that felt.
Yep, you would remember that and know that.
And I would have needed to found some help.
Well, that was the reason that you went into commissing.
Yeah.
And you were trying, that's why you stopped in to refresh yourself, and you were trying to get some interest possibly in the tavern, in the inn. But it just seems like things went left of center for you, because they started mocking you somewhat. One, because they haven't seen a lot of tabaxis in the past. They've seen some, but not a lot. So there's a little bit of chitting there, especially when you ordered the Linus ale and such, and you started drinking it, and you had that milk mustache going on, and such like that. So there was some meant to be harmless kidding, but it just however your character took it is how you take it. But you're at the tree on the edge of the mountains. Here, let's see here. Where's my map? Right. I'll open that on up here.
And I wouldn't know where they were.
Actually, no, you won't, because you may have thought you heard. I'll say that you thought you possibly heard some footsteps when you're out and about. But let me get over here and let's share this.
What about the track?
Well, right now you're tied up in the tree 40 foot, so you're not seeing a whole lot of tracks.
Well, I'd have to get down and do that.
Yeah. All right, share that. And let's see here. There we go. And I want to annotate. a nice color right here.
Wow.
And
That's almost 3D.
and, yeah, let's see here. And you're kind of right here.
Yeah.
As far as that, where those trees and the mountains kind of meet up right there.
But once I wake up, get down out of the tree, pack up everything, and try to track them.
All right.
That's the only way I end up with them.
Well, possibly. As far as that,
Or discover what they discovered.
as you get down the tree, and these guys aren't being too stealthy, but give me another perception check once you're down on the ground.
12.
All right, that's plenty. You hear a lot of marching coming from really off, kind of off this direction right here. Come on now. I want that.
My surroundings, anything to hide in?
Oh, wrong right there. Why is that not?
Like see who's coming up?
Yeah, there's things that you can do to hide there, and let's see here.
I want to be able to see them, but not see me.
Well, that will depend on just because right here is kind of the direct off in that direction that you'll hear the steps. You'll hear some strange language going on. It sounds like a large group. As far as that, roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
Okay.
+4. 16.
All right. You think you're being really stealthy and such, and you think you found yourself a good sized tree that you can huddle around the base of it, as far as that. And after hanging there, hiding for about 15 minutes, you start seeing these smaller, almost dog-like dragons marching in towards the direction that you notice the sound coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll notice most of them have let me get my eyes on here, spears and shields.
Yeah.
And they have a let's see here, leather armor on them, along with a crazy leather helmet and such. And unless you speak Draconic, you won't understand what they're saying to each other. And there's let's see here, on this
Common Elven.
party, you'll see 14 of them.
Guess I'll follow them.
All right.
I'll wait for them to pass. Follow them.
All right. Give me a stealth check
Okay.
at advantage, and unless and with your movement, you're going to stay about moving about 20 feet per round, because you're going to keep that distance before them, and
How
not
does
get
it
ahead of them.
work?
Say what?
How does the roll work?
Yeah, you roll a d20 twice,
Okay.
and you take the highest and add your mods that you have for stealth into it.
14.
Okay, that's no problem. Being stealthy with them, because they're making a lot of noise. You know, you got shields, and you have spears, and what else do they got here? Rattling. They're talking to each other and such. As far as that, and in the back of these 14 dog-like small dragons, you'll notice a tall female, or it would, compared to them, be tall. She's medium size, but she's about 5'8", and she has a dark cloak hooded on her, and it covers most of her face and like that. But give me a perception check to see just how much more information I'll give you on that.
Okay. 21.
Okay, you'll notice that her skin, even though it looks almost human-like, seems to have the colorations of the skin pigment, but almost like she has a real bad case of dry skin, or some small scales along her arms, and that you'll see, because that's outside the cloak. That's about all you're seeing in there. The hood keeps her face pretty dark where you don't notice it, and you'll notice that she's talking in the same, or appears to be talking in the same tongue as these dog-like dragon lizard creatures, and from the tone, you'd pick up that she's not happy because they're making so much noise. And then after a couple barks at them, you'll notice that they seem to quiet on down as far as that. So you can get the feel and the intent of what she was carrying on about somewhat.
Well, I don't have any reason to attack them, so I just follow them.
Well, no, and that's fine as far as that. And you'll see that they seem to actually turn from where you're at and head down, like to the Lost Ruins and Lost Temple.
Oh. Where I got attacked last time.
Yep. You will remember that. You also know that's where you last saw this huge immovable book.
Yeah. I'll follow and see what they're up to.
Okay. Well, give me one more stealth check for that, and then we'll say that they've made it to the Lost Ruins, and that whatever develops from your stealth.
17.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. You've been staying about 40 feet away from them, going from tree to tree, tracking kind of parallel. You were going, let's see here, we'll say.
What kind of
say you were going kind of like in this.
what kind of tracks is she leaving? Like walking, slithering, or what?
Well, you'll notice that when you're looking down at tracks, you'll find that the dog-like small dog-like dragons or lizardmen are leaving a three-toed clawed track, and once in a while you'll see, like, there may be one or two that have a a large dew claw that hits on down into the dirt, like they shifted their weight enough that it hit on down there. But hers looks just like there's a soft boot print.
Oh. I was thinking she might be a Naga. Snake lady.
Well, you can always think it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see what they're going to do with that tome. If they're headed that way.
They're headed down towards the Lost Ruins, and they get to the Lost Ruins, and you're still staying stealthy there, and you notice she barks a couple more commands on out, and 7 of them set up like a guard perimeter around the outside of the old ruins, and 7 of the others go into the ruins from the entrance that's over on the one side, and you kind of lose line of sight of them, of the taller humanoid and the lady-like, and the 7 others.
How much cover do I have?
You have right at the moment, you have pretty good cover. We'll say you got 3/4 cover from a tree. You just kind of your ears and part of your whiskers and your eyes and a little bit of your nose is sticking out from behind it. But just about most of your body is.
Because I was wondering, after they go in, I wonder if I could snipe and move without getting caught.
Well, you can always try it.
Yeah. What I want to do.
All right.
I'll give them like 10 minutes to go inside, and I start trying to pick the guy outside off.
All right, and for argument's sake, go ahead and roll me an initiative, and I'll roll them one. Okay.
I don't have any pluses for my initiative, do I?
You should, as long as you got pluses to your dexterity.
Oh, I did. +4. So, roll a 19.
Okay. And, but this first round, they don't know that you're there, so you can go ahead and you have like a surprise round. But in 5e, there's really not a surprise round, but just the only way an old butt like me can relate to it for you.
Yeah, my longbow's got a +5 on it. So. $18 on my first attack.
Okay. You're a level 2, so that's about all the attacks you get with a longbow, and less of another feature. That will hit. Go ahead and roll up your damage.
Okay. 1d8. Darn it. That's 7. Plus damage.
Yeah, if you're using your range attack, you use generally your dexterity modifier with your proficiency. That was to hit, but for damage, your dexterity modifier on top of your damage.
I write stuff down and get where I'm at.
That's all right. It's all good.
Dexterity plus 6.
Yeah, so you got 7. Your dexterity mod was, you said a +4 from the initiative, so that'd be 11.
Yeah.
All right. And you hit that one. They're fairly solid, but you hear a shriek come out from them, hollering. You don't know what he's saying and such. And he's looking about from where it may have came. Go ahead. It's your turn. You're up.
Okay, is there another place I can move to?
You got.
After I took a shot?
Well, you have trees that are around there. Yes.
I'll try to watch them if they move in one direction. I head in another.
Say again.
I'll try to keep an eye on them.
Okay.
And when they look in one direction, I'll move to another tree.
All right.
Wait for another shot.
Well, you'll be able to do that and move. And if you want to take another attack action, you can do that.
Okay. So I can take another attack.
Yeah, you can take another attack. You'll notice that there seems to of the other 6, they are starting to come over into that direction to look to see what's wrong.
You turn my fan off. Sweet. 20.
Oh, that.
I'm rolling good today.
Okay, that'll hit.
One D8. 8.
Okay. And that's on the same one you hit before?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. That'd be. Alrighty. And roll me a stealth check. Just so I can have an idea of just how difficult they're gonna be to locate you.
11.
11. Oh shit. Already. They get a +1 on that. You have one that you hit. He's hollering in a tongue, and you see the other ones that have been moving over that way start looking over in your general direction, and he takes his spear and he's gonna throw it towards you. You think? All right. Oh man. And does he get any pluses? And that will miss you. And then 2 of the others are close enough and looking in the direction that he threw that they're gonna throw a spear at you. Ooh, that's a 19.
That's a hit.
And the other one is a 17.
That's a hit.
Okay. You'll take right, that'll be 4 points for the first one and 4 points for the second one, so 8 points of damage. Piercing.
Wow. Got 15 hit points.
But you'll see the other ones. They seem to be moving cautiously up towards you, and the other 4 seem to be coming. You'll notice that they seem to be coming in that general area where they're spread out a little bit, kind of like looking for.
Is the grass right there?
Say what?
Is there any grass there? Is it bare or what?
There's some grass. It's a typical forest floor, where you have trees, grass, some dirt, some leaves and nuts and such that are laying down, and some twigs.
I was hoping to find some cover.
Well, you have the trees for cover and such, but it's up on top of year round for you to decide what you want to do or need to do.
Well, I don't have any more attacks.
Well, yeah, yeah, you do. You're up on the fresh up on a fresh round. So.
My fellow Americans, I am an idiot.
No, no, you're not. It's just what it is.
17.
Okay, you shooting at the same one that will hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I like to insult myself. 8.
Okay, let's see here. He is. You see blood pouring down his leg from things. Let's see here. That would be. And you hear a screech from the arrow hitting him and such, but he'll throw another spear in your direction. And I don't think a 12 hits you.
No.
And the other 2 will throw at you. 21 will hit.
Mm-hmm.
And a 15. Does 15 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. You get hit there, and that's 8 points more piercing damage. Okay.
I only had 15.
Alrighty. So you drop. Go ahead and we'll do this aspect kind of quick. As far as that, give me a death saving throw.
$16.
Okay, that's a good to the good. Give me another death saving throw.
5.
That's to the bad. 1 to the good, 1 to the bad. Give me another one.
Okay. Oh, better. 19.
Okay, that's 2 to the good. Give me another.
Okay. Looking for a healing potion. I don't think I have one. 20.
Natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You as they came on up, they started tying you up and such to take you on into their leader. You come to. You have 1 hit point, but you're pretty fairly exhausted. But you have 1 hit point. You're not dying. You're stable. And they're carrying you. They got your hands and feet tied, and you see a couple of them searching for like a long branch to slide between your feet and your hands to carry you on that, because your weight is a little weighty for them. As far, oh no, that's yeah.
Can I do a heal?
Not right at the moment.
Like a spell?
Your hands are tied.
Oh, I don't know if it's spoken or not.
Yeah, I think it's a verbal semantic type thing. Let me double check it, but I'll give you every chance in the world. Let's see here.
Just to make sure. Let's
see here, just to make sure on that one. Right. Yeah, it's verbal and semantic. And
Me against 7. I didn't think it would work.
but well, you got what it is touch. So you got to touch. You'd have to touch yourself, and you'd be able to. I'd say you can go ahead and um, cast. I'll let you cast the spell.
Oh, I rolled to heal.
Yeah, a 1d8 plus your spell casting modifier, which would be your wisdom. For you're a ranger, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
5.
All right, you get back 5 hit points, so you're at 6.
That's handy.
Alrighty, and they're carrying you on into their leader like that. You can be wide awake, or you can be playing possum.
I'll do that.
That's all up to you. But they'll know that you're conscious because you had to speak the incantation of for the spell, the verbal component to heal yourself.
So I'm gonna make it like I passed out.
Well, you can try that. Roll me a deception. Oh man.
21.
All right. They think that maybe you did. Maybe you did pass out. What language were you casting that spell in?
Common.
Okay, so they understand what that anyway. So they know that you're casting something. They just don't know what. You're saying something, some strange words in common, which they understood the words, but they didn't putting it together to know exactly what you're doing. They didn't get that aspect of it. So, alrighty, and they bring you into the ruins, and they have you kind of one end of the branch leaning up on part of the wall that was there, and the other part of the branch is kind of on a block, one of the fallen blocks of the temple that was there, and they kind of got you hinged on there where your feet, you're kind of swaying back and forth, and they're saying in Draconic to their leader, This is the man. This is the beast that attacked me, and he's looking pretty shabbily. The one foot soldier that's there, with blood still running down him and such. And what should we do with her? With a mistress? With it? And she'll turn. And in Draconic, she's going to tell the other 7 that went in with her, keep working over there, clear that out. We need to get down there. And she'll turn back to the other 7 guards that were out there and say, build a fire. We'll roast them. It'll be dinner. I haven't ate one of these big cats in a while. I hear their meat's supposed to be sweet.
By any chance, did they get all my weapons? They missed it. I still have the daggers, remember?
Yeah, but they're what, in your belt?
Yeah.
Okay, if they're in your belt like that, they probably left them there because what they do is they got your hands behind you tied together with that pole, and your feet behind you tied.
Yeah.
As far as that right at the moment, they have you fairly restrained with that aspect.
Okay.
And it looks like we have David here. What's up, Dave?
Oh, hello. How's it going?
Well, not so good for Taga at the moment.
Oh dear.
So
You got an echo.
Yeah, I don't know how to sort that out.
You playing?
Yeah, if you want me to.
Well, you can if you want to. Or are you just going to watch? It don't matter either way.
I mean, if you need any help, I can join in.
Taga needs some help.
Okay, cool. But I don't know how to fix the echo.
I don't hear it. That's me. That's me. But the one quick way would be just the old mute yourself, unmute yourself when you go to talk, I guess.
Okay.
So, who are you bringing there, David?
I'm bringing my drow or dark elf druid.
Okay. Alrighty. So I'll say that you were in the same woods where things were going on, and you heard a scuffle, and so you were curious and started headed towards the sound of the scuffle, and the little dog-like dragons will be inside the old ruins, and Taga, you'll hear them hitting with steel and flint, trying to make a fire. You hear the and like that, and the one that's working with the tinderbox to get that going will turn to the others. Go get wood. We need wood, lots of wood, if we're gonna have this tasty morsel.
Okay. Right. Can I see them?
We'll say that you're 50 feet from the ruins.
Okay.
Do you understand Draconic?
I stand Common and Elvish, and I speak Fey. Well, you know, like Fairy.
Okay, then no, you don't know what they're saying. You know that they're you hear almost from tonage that you hear some hollering back and forth that's going on inside of the ruins. And with that, you'll also notice you don't really see the whole aspect, but out from the old entryway of the ruins, you'll see 6 dog-like small dragon-like creatures come out, and they seem to be scurrying about looking for branches and fallen wood.
Okay. Can I attempt to cast a level 1 spell?
Right? You can attempt to do anything.
Okay. I wish to attempt to cast sleep on the minions.
Okay. Ready? Let's see here. What's their resistances? All right. And let's get over here. Yeah, you can go ahead and
I think is it 48 or 3 or 3d8?
Let's see here. It would be sleep right here. Right. Are you gonna hold? Okay, 90 feet. Okay, it's 5d8.
Okay. Okay. So.
And what language are you?
I guess then I'm speaking in growl, I guess which is under dark tone. Like it's like a.
Okay, no
sort
problem. I just
of-
need to know if they would understand it. But go ahead and.
Okay. Okay, so I got a total of 26.
Wow.
Total of 26.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen to any of them.
Okay.
Unless, are you going to cast that at a higher spell slot?
I guess so.
Okay. What level spell slot are you gonna?
I guess I have to burn a level. Oh no, I'm a level 3 character. So would I have access to level 2 slot?
Well, let's go up and double check here. But as a druid, you might. Oh, those are spells. I want class. See the table. And level 3. Yeah, you have 2.
Okay. So can I burn
So
a level?
that'd be 2 more d8 you can add on to that 20. What was it? 6.
Okay. Right, so another 2d8. Alright. I'm rolling it now.
Okay.
That is a plus 7.
Okay. So that'd be 33. And you don't see any of them drop. It looks like nothing, like it didn't work
Okay.
as far as that. But the saving grace is they didn't seem to notice you because they were barking at each other in draconic, complaining about why is it always us that have to go pick up wood and do all the menial taskings. We're warriors. We're not camp fodder. Is what they're hollering back to each of them. Basically, since neither of you understand draconic, you really don't have the gist of it. But possibly the leader and some of the others might hear and understand that. They're not being totally quiet. All right.
Okay.
Let me go up to, with that
Sure.
piece coming on in here. I'm going to go up to Taga. And what are you doing at this time? Are you still trying to play possum, or?
Looking around, see any way I get out of this mess.
You can, let's see here. You can try an I'll say acrobatics check to see if you may be able to slip your hands through the knots they tied.
Okay. Come back. An 8.
Okay. You can't get your hands through there. You think that maybe you loosen the bindings up a little bit because it doesn't feel as restrictive, but you still not enough space to slip your paws or hands through the knots that were tied there.
I'll try to pick it with my claws.
Okay, you're still kind of tied there, but that's what you're doing is trying to slowly work your claws around some of the rope and cut them. As far as that, so that your claws are natural weapons, but let's see here. I gotta. Where is it? Yes. Object hit points. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. And rope. Okay. And go ahead and roll me two. I'll give you two rolls. Roll me the kind of to see if you can hit the rope's AC.
20.
Oh, all right. You get a claw on it and you strafe across it, and roll me another one.
That's a 7.
Okay, that.
Plus dexterity or what?
No, that'd be actually
Okay,
strength.
Oh. Plus 4, so 11.
Okay. And you catch, and your second other claw catches part of it, not the same part of the rope. And you said you did 7 points of damage with the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. And it doesn't cut all the way through, but it's weakened.
That's good.
And on the second one, what did you do? Because there are two different points. You hit it with the 11, but it's just what's the damage?
Seven.
Okay, and 7 on that one. All right, that's what you're doing right there.
I'll look around and see if anybody noticed.
No one seems to be noticing. The other 7 that are in there are and the leader have their backs to you. They seem to be focused on the rubble that's around the entrance down into the base of the temple, which you already know kind of.
How am I hanging there? In a crook or what?
Kind of on about a 45-degree angle, tied to the branch, or slung over the branch. You slid down a little bit. Your feet are probably on that one block, kind of. You're resting on that where you slid down the pole.
Okay.
From your body weight.
I was wondering how my pole was positioned over where they're trying to cook me.
Well, they haven't put you over where they're trying to get the fire first.
Okay.
As far as that going, and we'll switch out over to the 6 that are outside, gathering wood, and for David's character there. You see these creatures picking up armfuls of wood and turning to go back towards the.
All right. As they are gathered I guess in a bunch, aren't they? Are they sort of like walking side by side, or are they spread?
They were spread out a bit, picking up the wood, and they get closer together as they get close to the entrance to go through.
Okay. So as they get close together, I can attempt to cast my 1D special spell as a druid. I mean, as a dark elf.
Okay.
And that is darkness, magical darkness.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, I can't do that. That's at level 5. I can only do that. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. We're not going to beat you up too bad.
Can I? Oh yeah, I can shape shift. I can shape shift into a creature, but I don't know what my monster rate will be.
It's there in the PHB. Let's see, I'm over there on the druid side. I'll tell you here. Wild shape. What circle are you?
I am the circle of fungus. I sort of like, this sort of like the sort of druid that sort of deals with like mushrooms and things like that. Because I thought it would be a really cool concept as a drow, because like they live in the underground.
Yeah, I'll have to jump over and look at that circle. But right off the top, your max CR is 1/4.
Okay.
A quarter.
So could I turn...
No flying or swimming, and like the example they give is a wolf.
Okay. Can I turn myself into a domestic squirrel?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I've never seen a domestic squirrel, but
like a squirrel.
I think I know what you mean. Is like a gray squirrel or black squirrel or something like that. That's would be in the natural surroundings, and that's no problem.
And I wish to try to follow them.
Okay, that won't be any issue. How close are you going to be to them?
Well, I'm going to stealth, of course, but follow them.
Okay, give me a stealth roll then.
All right, so that's a +3 to my stealth. So roll 1. So I got a 6 + 3 is 9. I'm not very stealthy.
Alrighty. Let's see here on their perception. They get +1 to that. It doesn't seem like they notice you.
Okay. I like, act like a sort of like a screw, like looking like I'm scrounging for nuts, and sort of like follow them carefully.
You'll see that they as they go into the entrance of the ruins, that they're with the wood, they'll throw down the wood in front of this one creature that's down there with a tinderbox striking it and such, and it has a small flame going. And he'll holler something at him and grab a couple of the smaller branches and get on there and have the fire going. You'll see this large cat, humanoid, tied to this pole, basically, that's leaning up. The top part of the pole is leaning up on a broken down part of the wall. The other end of it is down onto one of the boulders, big chunks of stone that were from the wall, and he could tell that he's kind of slid down there and his feet are touching on that stone. And you'll notice the seven other of these working very industriously over on this one part of the ruins, clearing some debris. And there's a tall, hooded, cloaked individual barking out commands in this language to them.
Okay. Alright. I will make my way to the cat person that's tied to the pole. But I wish to try it and do it stealthily again, if I can.
Yeah, well, you can try anything. Roll me a stealth check. Ooh. Okay.
So rolling that. Nice. So, oh, cool. I've got 17 plus 3. So 17, 18, 19, 20. Is that correct, yeah?
If you got a 17 and then you got plus 3, then yes, that's correct. That's
all right.
That's a 20. You're able to get on over there. You kind of thought that you saw a couple of the ones that brought in the wood turn in your direction, but they didn't seem to say anything.
Okay. Wow, they're pretty perceptive little things.
Well, they kind of seem that way.
Well, I'm trying to make my way to the cat.
Okay, you made it to the boulder where the cat-like person is. Tolga, what are you doing now? I know you were you continue to try to use your claws to open up the bindings on your hand.
Yeah, I guess I need to roll see if I noticed him.
Well, if you're going to use your perception, then that'll be your action in this.
Yeah.
But it's up to you whether you want to, or if you want to try to still get yourself out of being tied. That's
well, I'm still using my claws trying to work the rope.
Yeah, but you're.
And I'm also trying to see if anybody else notices.
Yeah. So the one is considered an attack, basically an attack action with the claws, which would take up your time. And the active perception it would take up your action that you got. So it's one or the other.
I'll look at the rope.
Okay.
14.
That goes ahead and hits. What's the damage?
Eight.
Okay. That piece of rope, kind of, you cut through it and it really loosened up on the one side, as far as that. So basically your hands are more or less, your hand is more or less free on that one. If you're going to use the other, go ahead and roll the hit and the damage.
Okay. $16.
All right, that hits.
And 8.
Okay, same thing. Your hands are free. Now, depending on what you want to do from there. And the squirrel, you'll know, since you moved over there, you'll notice that this cat-like person's been working the bindings from behind his back with his claws and whatnot. So you'll see the activity there that you'll definitely notice. But
okay, is his feet or body tied to this pole?
His feet appear to be bound. You'll know.
Okay.
You'll know that.
So I wish to shapeshift to a badger. Alright. With incredible sharp fangs.
Okay.
And
let me see here something to see if they'll. Ooh. Okay. Go ahead.
Alright. And then I will go over to the feet of the cat stealthily, type thing, and trying to gnaw at the road.
Okay.
Right.
As you change into this badger, a couple of the ones that were brought in the wood have said, "Badger!" Well, in Draconic, they're saying, "Badger, badger, food, food, more food." And at that point, go ahead and you guys roll me initiative. And I'll have those guys roll initiative on that. Ooh, that's not cool.
Okay.
Uh, 15.
I got an 8.
Oh, okay. All right. Toga, you noticed this squirrel turn into a badger at your feet, and such, and you heard the other small dragon-like dog creatures point and shout something. So it's up to you. What are you doing?
Are there any rocks near me? My weapon's probably not.
The rocks that are near you are on the wall. There's probably a couple smaller ones on the ground, but your feet are still tied and slung through this pole, and so are your hands, even though they're free. If depending on how you wanted to, if you wanted to leave them like that or just pull yourself on down to where you could possibly get your feet bindings, but you're still partially bound there.
I'll try to get free before they get to me.
Okay. I'll go ahead and say that you got yourself down on there. Give me an attack roll with your. All I want is one with your claws.
I wish you could see my die. I rolled a 20.
Okay. You'll get down there. You'll slash at them. You'll go ahead and cut your bindings, and that'll eat up about what you're doing. David, you're next, and you see this cat person come working his way down to the feet there. He notices you, and he slashes the.
I would ask him if he's a dragon.
Okay. So
and he slashes the bindings there, and you heard the other creatures kind of
all right.
shout out and point towards you.
Okay. So an elf moves 30 feet, correct?
An elf might, but does a badger? Because you got the badger stats right now.
Okay. Let me see. All right. So how close am I in combat?
You're close to his feet. I'm not necessarily saying you're in combat.
Okay.
Because right now we're working off initiatives for what people are doing in round here to make it sensible.
So I wish to shapeshift into my Drowic form.
Okay. Now you only get 2 shapeshifts a day.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
And I wish.
And that takes your action.
Is it a bonus action, isn't it?
No, not unless you're
oh yeah, I forgot.
circle the moon.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Alright, so my action is to move, like I guess in like 5 foot to some rockery, I guess, or some sort of cover, and then sort of like turn to my human form.
Okay.
And sort of crouch down a bit.
All right. You'll scurry as a badger. You're scurrying off around some of the rubble that's there, and they'll go ahead and then you're going to shapeshift on back, and you're
Yes.
going to try to hide, but you'll feel like they got a good eye on me. I don't know, so you'll be kind of hesitant there, and they'll say they're going to go ahead and grab a spear, two of them,
Okay.
and they're going to try to.
Can I use double speed to move away?
You're not totally free yet in the action economy.
Okay, just I had to ask.
Yeah, but yeah, and when time comes, you can. Oh man, okay, and that will miss, and the other one, and I want to see what's going to happen. All right.
I guess you got critical one, I guess. Then.
Yes, and the one goes ahead and he jabs the other one with his spear, trying to jab at the badger as it was moving, and he hollers. What's their average damage? Is that okay? And alrighty, and that's basically. And the leader will turn around and say, "What is going on over there?" to him, and the other one is building the fire. Escape, and he'll say, "Escape, I think. Escape, I think." And because he's seen you swipe down with your hands and like that. Now we're back up to Toga. What are you doing? Your
Finishing
hands
my
are free.
escape.
Your feet are free.
Okay. Use my double speed to move away from where I'm at there.
Okay, where are you moving? The as you remember, the ruins are inside the top section of the ruins is 40 feet by 40 feet, and such. So, if you're moving, are you moving towards the door, or are you moving towards where they were removing the rubble, or away, trying to get over the one of the fallen walls, or what?
You said there's some loose rocks on one of the walls?
Yeah, the walls are kind of come from a high point of about 10 foot and down to about 3 foot, where they fell in over time, and then back up to about 6 or 7 foot in average on the one wall.
Since I don't know where my weapons are, move to a wall and try to get some rocks to throw.
Okay, you'll be able to do that. You'll find a couple rocks that you'll be able to throw. You'll move to the wall that you move them to a far side of the wall, put distance between both parties, or just to the nearest part of the wall.
Nearest?
Okay, so you're about we'll say 10 feet away from the one that was starting the fire. You notice that the pole, the branch that you were hanging on, within 5 feet reach of you. You'll see some rock debris that's on the old floor. As far as that,
I'll start flinging rocks.
all right, I'll go ahead. Excuse me. Go ahead and roll the hit.
12.
And it bounces off their shield. As far as that, and from there we'll drop over to David's character. That's all of a sudden turns in from this badger into a drow.
Now I know
Okay.
he's a dragon.
Alright, so I guess what I'll do is I look at see who is in. Are they sort of like spread apart, or are they
once again in a...
Yes, they are spread apart. You have two groups.
Okay.
From where you are. You got one group that have 7 of them that were clearing debris with the leader. We'll say off to your right.
Mm-hmm.
You have the other group that was trying to build the fire and then coming towards you that are off to your left. And then kind of in between that, you'll see this tabaxi cat person standing there throwing a rock over on the one wall towards the others that were coming.
Okay. So, can I get close to the backs, the cat person?
Well, how close you want to be to him? Because
I want to get close enough so that I can get a touch on him.
you could. You're about 20 feet from him at the moment, but yeah,
Okay.
you could move to get a touch on him.
Okay. I mean, I move 25 feet as an elf.
30.
30, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I move 20 feet, leaving me with 10 feet left. And then I'll cast, look at the enemies, and I cast fog upon them.
You'll cast what on him?
Fog cloud.
Oh, fog cloud. Okay.
Yes.
All right, that'll start up. All right, that's what you're doing, and then they're going to go ahead and Toga. You see this foggy cloud start building up around in front of you, around you. And let's see here. They're going to go ahead and throw their spears at you two, and that will be a miss. That will be a possible hit. Let me see here. I'm going to have to see who that might be. I'll write down what that is. And then that'll be a miss. And that will, I think, be a miss on them. Oh, no, maybe a hit. So that's okay. And 1, 2 for Toga. 3, 4
So did they attack me?
Well, that's what I'm going to find out right now with the
Okay.
die roll. All right, the one is attacking you, and let's see here, and the other is attacking Toga. So that worked out. All right, does a 16 hit you, David?
Yes, it hits a Shane Keska.
Okay. And that will be 4 points of piercing damage.
Ouch. That hurts.
And Toga, does a 15 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, 4 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, I'm down to 1.
But you now have this cloud that's enveloping you guys as far as that, and it's up to Toga.
I look around for my weapons.
You'll notice on your side that you have your daggers. Did you have your did you have a sword of any type?
Yeah, I had a short sword plus my bows.
Well, you
My
don't
bow and
find
my arrows.
you don't find your bow or your arrows, but you'll still have your short sword and your daggers.
Okay. I'll pull out my short sword.
Okay. And you're pulling out your short sword, and what are you doing?
Can I use my double speed to attack the closest one of those things?
Okay. Yeah, you can. They're. I mean, they're there within 10 feet of you,
Okay.
so that's not a problem there. Roll to hit with disadvantage. you're having a hard time seeing them.
Eight.
That misses. Okay, and Claudesia, did you say it was, Dave?
It's Chinkaska.
Most people call her Chin.
Quintesta, or
Yeah.
whatever. If you wouldn't mind, put that rename your pick there on Zoom, and so to help me if both of you could do that. But what are you doing?
Yeah. Okay, so can I? So the cat has walked away from me now.
Actually, all he did was move up about 5 feet and tried to attack.
Okay.
You're having a hard time seeing him.
Okay. All right. I was 5 feet near him.
Yep. But you're having a hard time seeing them because the fog cloud is causing the condition of what is it? It's shoot. You got disadvantage, obscured.
Yes. That's a concentration, isn't it? I think. I think that was concentration.
Go back
Double check.
to spells.
Yeah. It says concentration up to 1 hour. 1 hour.
Okay.
So I concentrate on the spell to keep it up, and I sort of like say quickly to the cat, quickly, this way, head on out. You are outnumbered. And I sort of like try to move towards the exit, about stealthily.
Okay. Roll your stealth with advantage.
Okay.
And I'll roll their perception with disadvantage.
So with an advantage, I got a 18 plus 3.
Okay.
So that's 18, 19, 20,
All right, that's fine.
21.
All right.
But that's what I say.
Yep. All right. You're moving towards the door, so you can move 15 feet.
Yeah. So I move towards the door. Stealthily, of course.
Yep. And anything else that you're going to do? Bonus action or anything?
I mean, moving stealthily is an action, so
yeah, it's your it's your move action. You get 15 feet because you're moving at half rate.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to concentrate on the spell and like tell tell the cat to come this way.
In what language are you saying that?
Common.
Okay, so basically everybody can understand it, but
yes,
on that. So you hear that, Toga?
I just say, run to the exit. Get out of here.
Okay, and you're having a hard time seeing the exit, but you're going from your memory and such, being that the fog cloud is obscuring your view. And let's see here, and they hear that. That's all you're doing, Quintessa?
Yep, that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
But I'm stealth though.
Yep. And let's see here. They're gonna try to. Damn it. I had a beautiful crit, but they have to roll at disadvantage too, so.
That's the cool thing about planning your strategy.
Yeah, it is. wasn't for disadvantage, a couple might have hit. Ooh, shit. Alright. And that definitely, because none of you are armor class 14, so they all...
I'm armor class 15.
Yeah, they all kind of miss. And up to Phil.
Okay. New round, I'm gonna use double speed and run for the exit.
Okay, give me a perception at disadvantage to see if you can see the exit.
Oh, crap. Roll 15 to 2.
You really don't notice the exit. You're going off of what you think, and as you move, let me see if the one that was next to you, you're moving out of that. Let's see. Man, sucky dice. So his attack of opportunity misses you, but that's where you're going. You go a little bit further to the left than what you were thinking, but you move and you run up, and you're not going to take any damage, but you basically run up to the wall that's on the one side of the exit. That's it's all kind of covered, so you just didn't quite make it, but you moved as far as you could to that wall, and you felt the wall and saw it as you come up to it abruptly. And let's see here. Yeah, Quintessa.
Okay, so she goes up to the door, and
roll me a perception with disadvantage.
Okay. All right. So no, I was heading towards the exit.
Yeah, you're headed towards what you remember, trying to remember the exit being.
All right. So I got a. See, I need to add my perception skill. So I got 16 on disadvantage.
Okay.
I mean disadvantage.
All right,
Yeah,
you're headed toward at the exit or entrance archway.
All right. So do I need to take another stealth roll or not?
Well, if you're going to try to be stealthy, yes.
Okay, yes, please.
And that's added.
I wish just. Alright, so we should stealth outwards. Type thing. Alright, and that is another. That's a 17.
Okay, that's no problem. And you'll be outside. You'll be able, with the other 15 foot, you'll be able to get outside the entrance by 5 foot.
Okay. Is there
and you can.
Is there any?
You can see clearly. You see, but inside the entrance, you see the fog that's obscuring your view.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's what I can do, really.
Okay.
I can't see any animals or anything like that, I guess.
All right, and they're gonna go ahead and try to throw some spears. Oh man. All right. 1, 2 will be Toga, and 3, 4 will be Quintessa, and one of them that I thought might hit would go towards Toga, and the other one, oh, both of them towards Toga. Does a 14 hit you?
No.
Okay, so then you hear next to the wall, ching, ching. As far as that, up to you.
There's no spear.
Yeah.
Can I pick them up and run for the door?
I'll let you pick up one that fell and hit you. We'll say it hit next to you and fell and hit you on the foot, so you know where that's at with no problem.
Okay.
And you're going to run towards the door.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Six.
You're going. Shoot. You're kind of going back off to the right. You hit the when you move, you hit the doorway on the edge, and you know that you misguided where you thought you were going, but your arm wraps around the outside of it, so you know that you're real close to it, and you'll be able to pull yourself out, and you'll use up the rest of your speed that you were going, and kind of get yourself outside of the cloud. Standing out there, you'll see this female elf-like person standing out there as well.
Any other weapons from in-depth?
Say again?
Were there any other weapons that I noticed where I ended up?
No.
Okay.
And Quintessa,
Yeah, sure. What?
it's your turn.
Okay, so
He
I'm
pops
outside, yeah?
out abruptly with a spear in his hand, a short sword in his hand. You can tell that he didn't come out of there the way that he kind of thought he would, because his arm caught around and pulled himself. The fog cloud is still there, obscuring the view.
Okay. Alright, so I pull out my longbow and load it with an arrow and attempt to make a shot.
Okay. Roll at disadvantage.
Alright. So with a disadvantage, I got 9 plus my proficiency, so 9, 10, 11, 12.
And it misses. You'll hear it hit against some stone and scrape along.
Okay. Alright, can I move?
Yeah, you still have a move action.
Alright, I move 20 feet, no, 30 feet away from the entrance, keeping my distance, and like load up another arrow.
Okay. And which direction are you moving?
I guess it.
Let's see here. Right here is basically the entrance side that you come on out.
I guess then I'll be moving along the path, keep myself in the open for now.
There's really not much of a path.
Okay. What do I see around me? Is there like trees?
Yeah, you see a lot of trees around you. You'll see some flatlands off to your east.
Okay. I move towards the trees for now.
That's no problem. You'll get anything within your 30-foot move. You'll be able to find a tree someplace along that way.
Okay. And that's what I do.
Oh, okay. And they're going to, let's see here. Disadvantage. Oh, shit. You can't get more disadvantage. Disadvantage. Holy shoot. Get those ones out of there. Alright. You hear a bunch of crashing and falling and what would sound tonnage wise as cursing from these beasts. Unbeknownst to you, they were trying to move out after you, and they crashed in and fell over each other in front of the entrance exit. So that was what ate up theirs, and then up to Toga.
Still trying to get out.
You are out.
Oh. I thought you said I missed the door.
You did, but your one arm went outside of it. You pull kind of, and then you rolled around, pulled yourself out through it, and you saw this drow elf standing there, and then saw it run off into the woods after a bow shot.
I'll chase it.
Okay. That's no problem. You'll be able to chase after this drow.
I roll 8.
For what?
Move.
What?
To move, I guess.
No.
For dexterity or whatever.
No, you don't need none of that. She didn't try to hide because she used up her actions and stuff. So you're able to. You saw the direction that she went, and you're able to go after her. Your speed is faster than hers, so.
I used my action to ask if she has a healing spell.
And, what I'll do is I'll drop us out of initiative, and you can go on into the RP side of it, out away. You're about 30 feet from the entrance in the woods.
I say we must make a move quickly. Unusual cat creature of the wild. Before these nasty things come and get her. My fog can only last for an hour. Hurry. This way. Follow me if you want to live.
I use double speed to get over.
You got up to him when you first.
Okay.
This is all going where you're both within 5 feet of each other talking, and what's going on is there. The female drow elf is warning you that we're still in danger, basically, and we need to move. That's the set scenario at the time.
Yes. Come into the woods. I know them well.
Great.
And you would, and Toga, you would, being that you're a ranger, you would notice that there's a lot of things you've seen in your past with your tribes and stuff that this could possibly be a druid, because it was similar to the druid conclave that you had in your tribe.
Okay.
Yes. So when I mean, I could describe my character quickly if you like.
I'm a Black Panther.
Okay. No, I mean, like, if you want me to describe what she looks like when you look at her, I mean,
It might be very helpful.
Okay. So she has a sort of greenish or tainted, like two-tone skin tone, greenish, greyish skin. She has solid black eyes like they're all completely black, you know, type thing with like white pupils. She wears sort of raggedy sort of clothing, like bits of leather sewed together, and like it's a bit mouldy and it has like fungus growing on it and moss, you know, type thing, and like she has a twisted, dried up stalk root that is like a sort of staff, and on that it has like mushrooms and stuff growing out of it, and round her neck she has like a sort of like holy symbol of the moon, or crescent moon type thing, which is her deity, who is the moon goddess of the drow, and like she has a longbow with arrows, and like yeah, and she reeks of poison and fungus.
Well, I'm a 7', 200-pound, black skin, black hair, green eyes, Black Panther with a long tail.
Nice.
Cool. I used to have a backpack, but I think I lost it.
I sort of, but yes, I sort of like say, quick, we must not talk too long. We must head into cover, make sure these creatures do not follow us. Quickly, my unusual creature of the wild. Follow me. And she scarpers and makes a dash action into the woods.
No problem. Are the trees close enough where I can climb one and go to the other?
Some of them are. The others are. You would have to take a little bit of a leap to catch a branch that would be big enough to hold your weight.
I'm not helping to do that. I only got 1 point. So I'll stumble after.
Okay. And you'll go ahead and you'll move and move there. And we'll say that you. How far do you guys want to move to feel comfortable?
I guess as far away as possible, about 100 feet.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's no problem. You're still in the forest at 100 feet. You're coming close to the edge.
Right. And what I'll do is crouch down, and I use my passive fungal druid ability to talk to plants, and I sort of say to the plant, and as I water it or give it substance from my watering flask, I say, please, mighty Gaia, hide our track and grow the grasses long. Because no doubt there are indentations of our footprints through the grounds, and I wish for the plants to like push the footprints up.
I don't know if they'll push the footprints up, but they'll go ahead and cover it. What are you doing? Using pass without trace?
No, just talking to the plants. It's not like passing about trays, because I can't do that.
No, I'm just
But-
I'm trying to get an idea of what you're doing. If it was something along the lines of a special ability or
No. It's not. It's just, all I got to do is
Just
ask the plant if you could do it.
Yep, just the ARP,
And-
an RP thing. So
Yeah, an RP thing. And it's up to you if you can do
yeah,
it.
that's no
if the
problem.
plants-
You'll think that
can do it.
they're being willing onto that, and you'll notice a little bit of growth as far as that.
Okay. That's all I can do.
All right. And you're 100 feet away from the temple. Toga is stumbling every once in a while here and there. You can definitely tell he's somewhat damaged, hard, like he's been rode hard and put up wet. And
All right, I say, sit on this patch of grass here, or make yourself comfortable. I shall try my best to attend to your wounds.
Appreciate it.
So what took you to that temple of dread?
I found a lost tome, and I was going back to figure out how to get it out.
Well, you should never quest alone. You should have at least some comrades or someone to help you in your task.
That was my intention, but it worked out that way.
Never mind. I will be your friend for now. As long as you don't try to kill me.
Why would I do that?
Alright. So we just spend a level 1 slot to cast a Cure Wound.
okay, that pretty much ends your spells, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and try to cure this strange cat.
Alright, so you get 7 hit points back. I say, my magic has been used up for this day. I need now to meditate for at least 4 hours, being an elf of the woods. What?
What?
The caves.
Don't forget the resting rules that the UAG has.
Okay.
Just trying to help you so you don't with the expectation management is all.
All right. I wasn't too sure.
So it may be more beneficial for you to either find a city or a fort or something like that.
Okay, fair enough. All right, we need to find like a inn or a nearby town. Tell me, you look like a well-travelled ranger. Do you know where the nearest town or inn will be?
Until you put that map up.
Okay, I'll put that back up here and let's see.
It's blurry.
Well, hold on. Right now I don't have it being shared. I'll get that zoomed on up here and right here. Let's see here. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, right there and share. Boom. And we have there. And annotate right here.
There we are.
Yeah, you guys are about, while you're talking that, you're about right in here. Come on, why isn't...
Commission is the closest.
Yeah, right there's my little pen. Right, you're about right there, right at the moment.
So Commission is south, and it's closest.
And you have the a fort
At the
that
north
would
of
be
it.
up there to the north of it. So it's your choices. They're both about the same. About the same. The fort may be a little bit closer.
Maybe we should head to the fort.
Very well, but I must warn you, humans and other of my kind do not take well upon me or my race. Every time they see a drow or one of us, they are very stereotyped and think that we are evil.
Okay. I'll vouch for you then.
I do not know if your word is strong enough. You are an unusual creature.
Not sure it is, but we could try.
Very well.
Until I get my backpack, I'll have to stay with you anyway.
And right now it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, while you're between the from the battle to the movement to the discussion that you're going on with right now in the healing. This has brought you up to that timeline.
Let us move towards this keep that you speak of. Hopefully your word is strong, but if there is any troubles, I will run for my life.
Smart.
I wish not to be stereotyped for something I have done good for you. You know that you have seen me do good, but these people have not. Should we make a move?
Make a what?
Should we make our move now?
Sure.
Lead the way then.
No problem.
All right, are you going to go down to the bridge here, or are you going to cross the river at the closest point here?
The bridge would be safer.
The bridge is here.
Until I get my health back. All the way. I'll take it.
All right, which way you guys going? I know Toga was pointing towards the bridge.
Okay. Let's make our way to the bridge.
Okay. You'll go to the bridge. No, it doesn't seem like anything is coming quite yet, or at all. You get to the bridge, you cross the bridge. As far as that, you make it there within, we'll say 2 hours, and which puts us up about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And you start heading. Are you going to head down the road, or are you going to be just off the road?
I'll stay on the road.
All right. And you guys going to force march it to to the outpost, or are you going to rest at spots?
I'd risk.
Yeah, I mean, we'll sit and rest now and again and have a morsel of food.
All right, you'll make it up to about here, and that'll be by the time you get there, you're talking about 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Give me a both of you. Give me a perception check.
Okay, cool. Alright,
14.
I got 16.
Okay. Both of you will notice this large black funny shaped cloud up in the sky that seemed to be moving fast overhead.
I see an unusual cloud. This is most disturbing. It looks like it might be rain. Or thunder.
Or dragon talk. Moving that fast.
We must move quickly before we get caught in this heavy rain.
Try to find some cover.
And try to find what they're.
Some cover.
You're in an open grass valley in the open road. There's not a lot of cover here.
Where's the nearest?
The nearest cover
Yes.
would be either to the mountains here or the marsh swamp here or these mountains over here.
Well, the marsh would have low trees or bushes.
They'd have bulrush bushes and swamp-like growth, yes. But you would know that it's kind of taking you away from where you're headed to get over to there. And there's a pretty good travel time to go from where you're at to there. You're talking at least 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
You're still going to be in the open.
Can we make
Or
the
you
dash
could-
action?
You can make all the actions that you want, dash actions, whatever. It's your characters. I'm not playing them. I'm just destroying them.
Hi, I wish to make a dash action towards the keep.
Okay. What about Toga?
I'll
I
follow.
say,
Okay.
come on.
Give me a con save, both of you.
A what?
Alright.
A Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I need to look that up.
Another natural 20.
Okay.
Wow, you're pretty cool. Alright, let's see how well I do. I got a unnatural 18.
Okay. No problem. You guys are huffing it as fast as you can, and you get about just outside of the post, and this dark cloud that you saw seems to be dropping and coming down towards you as you're going towards the outpost, and you'll hear in common and some loud bells alarm, and you think that you hear the word dragon, and
Oh my!
coming from the parapets.
All right.
and this dark shadow seems to be falling from the heights of the skies and down towards you.
Okay.
As you're moving fast as far as that.
Oh no! Keep making the dash action until like I get past, until I reach the keep.
You're only probably about 40 feet from the keep.
Yeah, I go dash.
Okay.
60 feet. Run into the past the doors, I guess.
Well, the gates are closed at the moment. They see this female figure running hard towards the door. What's Toga doing?
Trying to find cover.
The closest cover is the outpost that you're seeing.
We'll head toward it.
Okay, so you're running with there. They see this strange cat up on 2 feet running, and see this female running, and they'll go ahead and say, "Who goes there? Ballistas to the ready!
Help! Help! Our dragon is coming. We seek shelter. Please, show mercy."
They'll open up the door and the one side of the gate and say, "Get in here fast! You bring us nothing but bad luck, it looks." And they'll open up the gate and you'll be able to get on in there. And as you're going through the gate, give me both of you, give me dexterity checks.
Okay.
Oh, 4.
Oh man.
Can I use a luck check?
Say what?
A luck check.
A luck check.
I have 3 of them. I haven't been using it.
Well, yeah, you can. I'll let you.
I got a 19.
Oh, okay.
16.
All right. As you're going through the gate, you hear this explosion right behind you, and it kind of picks you up, both up, and the fur on your back of your neck and your head is standing straight up. Your Quintessa, your hair is standing straight out like when you touch a Tesla coil, and the static electricity brings it on up, the explosion, and it pushes you up forward and through the gate. They close the gate quick, and there's a large lightning bolt that hit just behind you guys, and you stay on your feet, and this dragon swoops, a huge blue dragon swoops up back into the air, and they'll take a shot at it. Let's see here with the ballista, since they were ready, and that won't hit it. So you see a big old ballista bolt going zinging on up into the air, and misses, hits the scales and bounces off. And you're inside the outpost.
Is it dark?
Right now, yeah, it is somewhat dark. It's about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, but they do have their fires up and about for lighting around the outpost. You have the guards that are there. They're really nervous. You hear a lot of yelling and chattering. Is it coming back? Is it coming back? Reload, reload. And
can I take stealth? Can I attempt to
the sergeant of the guard will step out and ask, "Who are you? Why are you here?"
We're just
We're victims.
keeps her hood up, keeping appearance in a dark sort of shroud. and she says, "We are just travelers. We come here to do some trading. We mean no harm."
And Toga, I'll let you jump in with what you were looking to say.
We're victims of those things. You got a lot.
And the sergeant and guard would say, "Where were you coming from?"
Down the road. Commissioner.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. And they'll say, "All right. What's the news at Commissioner? Is all well back at home?"
They're being attacked by these dragons.
Oh, maybe that's why we haven't gotten any supplies of late or heard any news.
There seems to be an uproar.
Alrighty. And he'll say, pick up your weapons and be prepared to help us fight."
You have an extra longbow. I lost mine.
I'm just once again she looks very feeble and like says, "I am no fighter. I'm just a weak woman who has no skills. I have no use to you.
Roll your deception.
Strong men." Alright, cool. Alright, so the deception, yeah?
Yeah, deception.
Alright. So, let's see, I got to add it together. Oh, wow. I got a 19 plus 4.
Okay. And the sergeant and the guard say, "What are you doing on the road then if you're such a weakling and such traveling these roads? If Commissioner is under attack, shouldn't you be there safe with the guards in the legions protecting you there?" Something does not sound right upon my ears.
Like I said, I was only coming here to make some purchase.
I don't say she's looking for protection.
And they'll direct you to see the captain of the fort, and the sergeant of guard tell one of the guards to take you over to the captain and let him know that these civilians are inside the fort and they may have news of Commissioner and like that. And we'll kind of end it right there, and we'll pick this arc up on another day.
Nice.
Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it.
Yeah. Awesome.
As far as I was hoping for a couple more people, but it worked out nonetheless. Good enough.
Can't believe it.
I'm a fungus. Okay. I'm a druid of the circle of the fungus.
Yeah.
I'm not very bulky or muscly sort of character.
Yeah, that's okay. David, I don't force players to too far outside of their character concepts. It's your character. You play them or her in the way that you want to within certain reasons and bounds. Some things I'll go ahead and touch for the story's sake, but
I didn't know.
I mean, my thing was to try and nibble at your ropes and to set you free with the raccoon, because I thought like a raccoon has really sharp, like a badger has really sharp teeth, you know, type thing, because they chew through wood and everything. And I thought it'd be really, really cool to chew the ropes to set you through.
So,
But you already did it.
So if there's, if you want to say a shout out to anybody, go ahead and do that. And if not, I'll end.
No, I guess my shout out goes to the absolute tabletop, because it's awesome. There you go.
All right.
Hey, Charles.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had a proficiency in lucky. Free attack points or attack rolls.
All right. Well, you do for next time.
Well, I mean, there's a ability I could have done. Like, I could have, like, at least unleash my spores and give them a nasty stink.
Yeah.
But yeah. I was tempted to turn into a skunk.
All right.
But there you go.
I'm going to put on our little thank you to the people that have helped us along the way and such, and have that going. And I'll talk to you guys later there. Let's see.
Right. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.